Business Southern Style. This week we're going to take a look at Florence, South Carolina. Yes, a hidden gem, and I'm not kidding you. In Florence, we're going to go to the Stephen F. Gatley Gallery. From there, we're going to visit my favorite, Chocolat Bella. Then go to Top Hat Teas for some tea and crumpets, Two Girls Treasures for some antiques, and then we end up at the Low Country JC Food Truck Festival. So sit back, relax, and here we go.
My name is Hannah Davis. I am the Program Director for the Downtown Florence Main Street program here in Florence, South Carolina. I have been in Florence probably for the last 20 years, but I'm originally from Charleston, South Carolina. Grew up right downtown. We were the recipients back in March of 2023 of the Main Street America Great American Main Street Award, which is awarded to 3 communities every year who are exemplary in Main Street redevelopment work. The work that we have done here in Florence got us recognized for our work along entrepreneurial ecosystem building, building equity within our community, and inclusive programming, events, and services. So that's really what our bailiwick has been for the last decade and even beyond that. But that award is the Academy Awards of Community Economic Development, because communities can only win it one time. And so we joined one of 150 communities that have been awarded it throughout the entire nation. And the other 2 communities that won with us were Metuchen, New Jersey, and Danville, Virginia. And Danville won for their work along the lines of entrepreneurial building and fostering that spirit, and Metuchen won for their inclusive events and program services. Florence has been really successful along development of overlay districts, and what those are a pretty traditional planning tool that's used to help foster, or in some cases prevent, different types of development. We approach them from a space of inclusion and what we want to see happen in a place, rather than trying to keep something out of a place. And so what we've done, we have several overlay districts that I work inside of. The historic district that we're standing in right now is full of all of our historical assets and the incredible old buildings that you see on Main Street, USA. Beyond that, we have our full redevelopment district, which is the area of focus for our Main Street program. And then a really cool one that we have is one called the Food Artisan Warehouse District. And we created that along the rail line that bisects our downtown to capture those old warehouse buildings and encourage the redevelopment of small-scale manufacturing uses, and solving the USDA food desert that the northern part of our downtown was faced with. So what we did as a community, we helped facilitate a downtown grocery store through a myriad of partnerships, including a local minority entrepreneur, the local government, nonprofit organizations, all pooled their resources together to anchor a grocery store in our downtown, something that is desperately needed by our downtown residents and the walkable historic communities that are just beyond the tracks. On the other end of that, the city invested monies to build a permanent farmers market facility. We have a very successful year-round farmers market that runs every Saturday from 9 until 1, and that farmers market facility also helps to cultivate local entrepreneurs along the food pathways for a commercial kitchen. So we have a rent by the hour commercial kitchen that allows for people who are interested in opening a food truck or having a food-based product business to get in a space at a low cost, low barrier to entry, grow their businesses, and eventually launch out into food trucks, bricks and mortar spaces, or home-based businesses. So Florence, South Carolina is uniquely positioned in the state. We are at the intersection of I-95 and I-20. We're the halfway point between New York and Miami. That has afforded us the ability to have an extremely diverse and vibrant and rich cultural district, cultural amenities that rival much larger cities right here in a town of about 42,000 people. The Florence atmosphere is one that is extremely welcoming. We have a hive of very interesting food concepts and food entrepreneurs here. We have built most of our downtown on the idea that we need to become that dining and entertainment destination. And as you come into our historic district, you will see that permeating throughout everything that we've done here. We have a robust public art collection that rivals a lot of larger cities. We have incredible cultural amenities like the gallery that we're in today, as well as our performing arts center that is just absolutely magnificent. And beyond that, Florence is also positioned in the PD region of South Carolina that has really robust historical assets. Francis Marion came to Florence, South Carolina. William H. Johnson, the Smithsonian recognized African-American painter, was born here and did a lot of his work here, and you can see his work on display in our museum free of charge. It's an incredible place to be that has so many secret little hiding gems and jewels that you can pull from, and just some of the friendliest people around. So I would really invite you to come to Florence, South Carolina. Come and experience our historic charm, our incredible dining, the wonderful cultural amenities, the just vibrant public events that we have going on here year-round, and come see what we're all about.
My name is Dawn Fenimore. I am the gallery coordinator for the Stephen F. Gatley Gallery here in Florence, South Carolina. Stephen Gatley was a professor of art at Francis Marion University. He worked there for, I believe, around 47 years. The gallery opened in 2019 under a lot of guidance from Stephen Gatley. And so about a year later after the gallery opened in 2019, and then of course, everything closed for a while, as we're all aware. And in I think it was 2021, and I wasn't here quite yet at this time, they did a retrospective of Stephen's work here. So a lot of his work was in here. And not long after the retrospective, I believe it was maybe October of 2021 or so, he passed away unexpectedly. And because of that, the university decided to name the gallery in his honor. I've had people literally cry because they were like, oh my gosh, I had no idea this was here. So I think what I get excited about is being a small part of that culture that we want to grow in Florence, and that people often don't know about. Not necessarily grow, but let people know about. So we do 5 shows a year, but the number of artists we feature can vary. Sometimes we will do a completely independent show. The show that we're currently doing is actually 2 artists from Rock Hill, South Carolina. And sometimes we'll do in the December time, October, November, December, exhibit usually also has an exhibit of juried student art from Francis Marion University Art Department. So at that time, we obviously have about 15 to 20 students exhibited, as well as a larger independent exhibit at that time. Our next exhibit coming up will feature 3 artists. 2 artists that knew each other from back in Wisconsin, one of them who's now a professor at Francis Marion University, and one that's coming down to teach a week-long granted class out there. and then a totally other artist. So the three of them will be working together to fill this space. The Stephen F. Gatley Gallery is always free and open to the public, and we welcome people to come by any time. Our hours are Tuesday and Wednesday from noon to 6, Thursday and Friday from 10 to 6, and then we're open the second and fourth Saturdays from 10 to 3. We also always have a reception and/or artist talk with every single one of our exhibits. Those are also free and open to the public, and a great opportunity to come and talk to the artists about their technique or to feel inspired.
I'm Angela Turner. I live here in Florence, South Carolina. I am one of the chocolatiers, and I've been here for 3 years.
My name is Jonathan Lee, and I am a server here. I just serve gelato. I also make the gelato and occasionally paint the chocolates. I've been here for about a year.
So what makes our candy so special and makes it stand out is everything's hand painted. We use the finest Belgian chocolate. We develop all of our recipes here in-house. Anything that we sell, we make ourselves. And they're works of art, so you really eat it with your eyes before you actually enjoy it. It's a labor of love, and you can really tell that with the product that we sell. A special event every year, it's called the Chocolate Crawl, where they sell a certain amount of tickets, and then businesses in the downtown area will give a sample of chocolate, or it doesn't have to be made by them, it's just a little gift. And then the people who have purchased the tickets will hop around downtown and go to the different businesses. It's a great opportunity for people to actually see how many people have come into downtown and how it's grown, and it's a great way to encourage them to spend more time down here, so they get a treat with it, but they also get to see what Florence has to offer. Come to Florence, there's so much here to offer you. We've got wonderful places to visit and things to see. It's a great time. Come try our chocolates, you'll love them.
Meet the people and places of Colleton.
I am Colleton.
I am Colleton. I am Colleton.
I am Colleton.
I am Colleton.
I'm Colleton.
I am Colleton.
So come visit us today in Colleton County.
Hi, I'm Laurie Krause. I'm originally from Florence, South Carolina. I'm the owner of Hat Specialties here in downtown Florence. I opened Hat Specialties right at 24 years ago. May the 5th will actually be our anniversary for 24 years. Prior to opening up the restaurant, I had worked for the state. And with the state, I worked with children. But I had also catered just out of my home for years. And so I've stopped catering now, but prior to that, when I did cater, I did it for about 36 years. So I knew that if I decided to go into the restaurant business, that if that didn't work, then I could just do catering. So when I opened up 24 years ago, I did children's parties, and that was what I had done with kids when I worked with the state. So I knew that I could come in and still play with kids and do kids' tea parties. So we started out doing that, and then I had done, of course, the catering at that point too, and then we did the restaurant. The restaurant was something totally new. but ended up opening that up, and we were diverse enough that it kept us downtown. Throughout the years, I have stopped doing kids parties and I've stopped catering, but we still serve lunch Monday through Friday from 11 o'clock until 3. I got the name Top Hat because I was trying to find something that was formal, and I spoke with my mom and we were talking about it, and she said we were going tuxedo something, and finally she came up with Top Hat. And originally I was going to be Top Hat Tea Room. Probably should have gone with that, but then about the same time I saw something else that said Specialties, and I thought, oh, well, I'll just break it up and we'll just do Top Hat Specialties and play on the word. So that's how we ended up with that. It was more of a formal thing, and I knew I could put the top hat as a nice logo, and that's what we're known for, Top Hat. But pretty much everybody forgets the specialties, but Top Hat is where we go. Having tea is the most relaxing, the most comfortable you can be, just sitting, and the taste of tea is a comfort. It's not just having something hot in a cup like hot chocolate or something like that. The taste of tea is pure delight and comfort and warm and soft, and to have it with one of our scones is a perfect situation to have that together. And then just to sit and have your company with you and to sit and enjoy either lunch or dessert is exactly what you should be doing. And you know, I love hot tea, and when I go out of town, that's what I do, is get hot tea somewhere. But you know, it's just a different kind of relaxation. We make our scones here. And when you order your scones, we normally get you to order them when you have lunch, so that when you order your lunch, then we bake your scones when you order them. And that way they're hot out of the oven, which is a little different than most restaurants do. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes depending on which scones. We do have two different scones. We have a cream scone, and it's just a regular scone. It does have regular sugar on top of it. And then we have a pecan scone that has cinnamon sugar on top of it. And both of those come with our Devonshire cream and lemon curd. And not only do we make our scones here, but we also make our Devonshire cream and lemon curd as well. To find out more about Top Hat Specialties, you can go to our website at www.tophatspecialties.com. And on that site, you'll see our lunch menu, our tea menu, our list of hot teas, and our desserts if you'd like that, or you can do one of our 4 or 6 course teas. If you're coming on 95 or I-20, we're located not very far off of that in the downtown area of Florence, and we'd love to have you come by and see us. I'm the proud owner of Top Hat Specialties, and we look forward to meeting you.
I'm Diane Pruitt, and I'm the proprietor of Two Girls Treasure here in Florence, South Carolina. So the idea of Two Girls Treasure began with my mother and my sister. I'm the youngest of 4 children, and my sister was my mother's favorite, so we teased her relentlessly when we were growing up. I went to visit after my mother retired to right outside of Branson, Missouri, and my sister had moved there. And we went shopping. They took me to some of their favorite places, which was wonderful. And as an adult, I got to watch them shop and play and laugh and talk. They almost had their own language while they were having fun. After we lost Mom, I wanted the sort of place where if they were here in Florence, South Carolina, this would be the store that they would come to relax, get away from the world, and enjoy themselves and play and laugh and just have fun. That's where the idea began, but it generated into the business where anyone can come in and enjoy themselves and get away from the insanity of this world for just a little while and kind of travel back in time into the memories of their grandmother or maybe their aunts and some of their special favorite family dinners. That's what Two Girls Treasure is all about. This is our dining room section. You'll find vintage table and chair sets. You will find some of the china pieces that maybe you remember your grandmother serving for Christmas dinners. Glassware, optic cut, beautiful pieces that you can use to recreate the memories of your childhood, but in your own home now. You might remember your grandmother having some depression glass, and we have an entire case full of your pink depression glass. Or maybe your grandmother was very fond of milk glass. Milk glass is still one of the staples, not only for your farmhouse kitchens, but this time of the year, any time of the year, for your wedding setups. Milk glass is forever. In this section of the store, we have ready-to-go furniture. You'd find anything from your dining room to your bedroom. This beautiful Jamestown cabinet filled with your red, white, and blue is refurbished with our Rethunk Junk Paint products and our Iron Orchid Designs transfer sets. Everything on this side has either been refurbished or really doesn't need it. It is original and beautiful. If you have some different pieces that might have been passed down throughout your family and they need a little bit of attention, you can use our products, our Rethunk Junk Paint products and our Iron Orchid Design embellishment products, and you can recreate an entire bedroom suit. It doesn't have to start life looking like this, but by the time you finish, you will have an entire bedroom suit, and it will be unique and special because it's something you will have created using some amazing products that we carry right here in the store. We are a fully authorized retailer for both Rethunk Junk Paint by Laura products and Iron Orchid Designs. And not only do we sell everything that they produce, we teach the classes too. Now, when you come over to this side of the store, if you're a crafter, a DIYer, or you want to learn, this is the place for you. Most of the furniture on this side of the store is still usable in its current condition, but if you're looking for something that you want to personalize, this is going to be your side of the store. Welcome to the Christmas Village at Two Girls Treasure, where it's Christmas 365 days of the year. What I find to be some of the most special things about Florence, I can't choose just one. We're so close to the beach, we're not far from the foothills, but probably the most important thing about being in Florence is that it's really easy. It's comfortable. The people are amazing, and it is the best Southern way of life you could find. Fabulous treasure any two girls will love.
Good afternoon, my name is Kevin Phillips and I'm the mayor of the town of Port Royal.
Good afternoon, my name is Kevin Greaves and I am the local chapter president for the Low Country JCs.
For me, Port Royal, our motto says it all: cool, coastal, and far from ordinary. There's things about this town, it's small, it's quaint, it still has that community feel where the people know each other, people look out for each other. Of course, we're sitting here on the Battery Creek and the Beaufort River, some of the most beautiful land and natural environment in the United States of America, in my opinion. So it's just a great mix of a great community and a beautiful location. And one of the things for me as being mayor of town of Port Royal is trying to preserve that. You know, we're going to grow, and that is inevitable. People are moving here, but it's how do we do that in the right way? How do we hold on to the things that make this place so special, like the community, like the natural environment, and at the same time grow in a very responsible and safe manner. So those are kind of the important issues for me going forward.
So the JCs is a leadership development organization for people ages 18 to 40. This program is designed for young person's empowerment, and one of the ways in which we establish that empowerment is through local events such as these, community outreach programs. Sorry, my apologies. And also through the charitable work that we do. For example, the Food Truck Festival, we're the ones that put this event on, and we're so happy to have you guys out here so you all can enjoy the festivities, small businesses, the various food trucks, the vendors, as well as this lovely Port Royal scenery that you see around us. In addition, we also have helped out with the 4th of July celebration that takes place right here in Port Royal as well. In addition to that, we've also helped out with the Low Country Pride Festival that happened here in Port Royal too. So we're all about being involved in the community, as well as getting young people to join us so that we can serve as an example to not only our peers, but also those who are a little bit senior to us and those who are a little bit junior to us in age as far as life goes. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Low Country JCs, on behalf of the town of Port Royal, on behalf of Mayor Phillips, mayor of the town of Port Royal, what are you waiting for? Get on down here. Come enjoy the sights, the sounds, the events like this food truck festival that we have going on. We can't wait to see you. We'd love to have you. Come on down here.
Absolutely. If you're looking for a fun place to visit in the Low Country of South Carolina, again, off the beaten path, come to Port Royal, South Carolina. Enjoy our community, our culture, the people, and of course the natural beauty, beautiful environment that we have here.